Imagine having so much money that you look at $1 billion and think, let's turn that into a building. Now imagine spending not $1 billion, not $2 billion, but over $20 billion on a single building. That's enough money to buy private islands, sports teams, thousands of luxury mansions, or approximately 3 minutes of groceries in 2026. Today, we're counting down the 10 most expensive buildings ever built, from gigantic casinos and futuristic skyscrapers to projects so expensive they made accountants cry. Stick around until number 1, because it costs so much money that it could fund the annual budget of some small countries. Let's begin. Number 10. SoFi Stadium. SoFi Stadium cost around $5.5 billion. When most people build a house, they argue over granite countertops. When billionaire Stan Kroenke built a stadium, he basically said, "What if we made a spaceship but for football?" SoFi Stadium is home to NFL teams and features a massive video board hanging from the roof. The screen is so huge that if you tried watching cat videos on it, the cats would appear larger than actual lions. The stadium has luxury suites, advanced technology, and enough seating to make your family reunion look like a two-person meeting. And all that luxury came with a price tag of roughly $5.5 billion. That's number 10. Things only get crazier from here. Number 9. Resorts World Sentosa. Imagine someone asked you to build a resort. Most people would probably build a hotel, maybe a swimming pool, perhaps a restaurant. The people behind Resorts World Sentosa apparently said, "Why stop there? This massive entertainment complex includes luxury hotels, a casino, Universal Studios Singapore, convention centers, shopping districts, restaurants, and one of the largest aquariums in the world. Millions of tourists visit every year. The resort transformed Singapore into one of Asia's most popular tourist destinations. Construction costs reach nearly $6 billion. At that price, every room should probably come with a free private island. Visitors can spend days exploring the resort and still not see everything. It's basically a theme park, shopping mall, luxury resort, and casino all rolled into one giant money-printing machine. Number 8. Marina Bay Sands. If you've ever seen a photograph of Singapore, you've probably seen Marina Bay Sands. The building looks like 3 giant towers supporting a massive cruise ship in the sky. And somehow, it actually works. Standing more than 650 feet tall, Marina Bay Sands has become one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. Its rooftop sky park stretches across all 3 towers. On top of that platform sits one of the world's most famous infinity pools. Imagine swimming hundreds of feet above the ground while looking out over an entire city skyline. For some people, that's luxury. For others, it's a nightmare. The resort includes hotels, casinos, shopping malls, restaurants, theaters, museums, and convention centers. Construction required some of the most advanced engineering ever attempted. Engineers had to ensure the giant rooftop platform remained stable despite being supported by 3 separate towers. Thankfully, they succeeded. Otherwise, Singapore would have had the world's most expensive swimming pool accident. Number 7. Palace of the Parliament. The Palace of the Parliament is one of the largest buildings ever created. And when we say large, we mean unbelievably large. Construction began in 1984 under Romanian leader Nicolae Ceausescu. The structure contains more than 1,000 rooms. Thousands of workers were involved in its construction. The building required enormous amounts of marble, crystal, steel, wood, and bronze. Some of the chandeliers weigh more than entire automobiles. The hallways seem endless. Visitors often joke that getting lost inside is practically guaranteed. Imagine forgetting where you parked. Now imagine forgetting where you parked inside one of the biggest buildings on Earth. You might never find your car again. Today, the building houses government offices and attracts tourists from around the world. Its sheer size continues to amaze visitors decades after construction. Number 6. Apple Park. Apple has always enjoyed doing things differently. When it came time to build a new headquarters, they didn't construct a normal office building. They built a spaceship. At least that's what it looks like. Apple Park opened in 2017 and serves as the global headquarters for Apple. The circular design stretches across 175 acres. More than 12,000 employees work inside the giant ring-shaped structure. The building uses some of the largest curved glass panels ever manufactured. Everything about the campus was designed to reflect Apple's obsession with detail. The landscaping alone contains thousands of trees. The facility is powered largely by renewable energy and includes one of the world's largest rooftop solar installations. Some employees reportedly use bicycles just to move around the campus. Imagine being late to a meeting because your office is on the opposite side of a giant futuristic donut. Only Apple could spend billions making work look this cool. Number 5. The Venetian Macao. Someone visited Venice, Italy, and apparently thought, "This is nice, but what if we made it bigger and added casinos?" The result was the Venetian Macao, one of the largest casino resorts ever built. The complex contains indoor canals, gondolas, luxury shopping centers, theaters, restaurants, convention halls, and thousands of hotel rooms. Guests can ride gondolas through indoor waterways while listening to singers perform traditional songs. The resort covers millions of square feet. Walking through the building can feel like exploring an entire city, and because it's located in Macau, one of the world's gambling capitals, the casino floor alone is enormous. The construction bill reached roughly $8 billion. That's a lot of money to recreate another city indoors. Number 4. One World Trade Center. One World Trade Center is more than just a skyscraper. It's a symbol. Following the tragic events of September 11, 2001, New York needed something that represented strength and recovery. The answer was One World Trade Center. Standing 1,776 feet tall, the tower honors the year the United States declared independence. Construction required advanced security systems, cutting-edge engineering, and years of planning. Today, the building contains offices, observation decks, restaurants, and broadcast facilities. Visitors from around the world travel to the top for breathtaking views of New York City. The tower stands as a reminder that cities can rebuild and move forward even after the most difficult challenges. Number 3. Wynn Palace was designed with one goal in mind: luxury, and lots of it. The resort contains luxury suites, high-end restaurants, designer shopping centers, spas, entertainment venues, and a gigantic casino. One of its most unique features is the Skycab. These cable cars transport visitors above a beautiful performance lake filled with dancing fountains. Because apparently walking was considered too ordinary, the resort also contains priceless artwork, elaborate floral displays, and extravagant decorations. Every corner feels designed to impress. Even the bathrooms probably cost more than most houses. Wynn Palace attracts wealthy visitors from around the world and remains one of Macau's most prestigious destinations. Number 2. Burj Al Bait. Now we're entering a completely different level of spending. Burj Al Bait is one of the tallest and most expensive building complexes ever created. The development consists of 7 skyscrapers surrounding a giant central clock tower. The clock itself is among the largest in the world. At night, it lights up the skyline and can be seen from miles away. The complex contains luxury hotels, apartments, shopping centers, conference facilities, restaurants, and prayer areas. Millions of visitors pass through every year. The engineering challenges were enormous. The scale was enormous. And the budget was even bigger. At roughly $15 billion, Burj Al Bait makes most skyscrapers look like bargain projects. Yet somehow, it still isn't Number 1. Masjid Al Haram. And finally, we arrive at the most expensive building complex ever constructed. Masjid al-Haram is the largest mosque in the world and surrounds the Kaaba, the holiest site in Islam. For decades, massive expansion projects have transformed the complex into one of the greatest construction efforts in human history. Millions of worshippers visit every year. During Hajj, the number of visitors becomes truly staggering. To accommodate these crowds, Saudi Arabia invested more than $100 billion in expansion projects. The work included new prayer areas, transportation systems, roads, tunnels, bridges, escalators, cooling systems, and supporting infrastructure. Entire neighborhoods were redeveloped. New facilities were added to improve safety and accessibility. The scale is almost impossible to comprehend. To put the cost into perspective, $100 billion is more money than the annual economic output of some countries. You could build multiple skyscrapers, several sports stadiums, and countless luxury resorts for the same amount. Yet all of that investment went into expanding and improving one of the world's most important religious sites. Nothing else on this list comes remotely close. Masjid al-Haram stands in a category entirely by itself. Those were the 10 most expensive buildings ever built. From giant football stadiums and luxury casinos to futuristic headquarters and religious megaprojects, these incredible structures show what happens when architects, engineers, and investors decide that budget limits are merely suggestions. Which building surprised you the most? Was it the giant spaceship headquarters of Apple? The floating rooftop of Marina Bay Sands, or the unbelievable $100 billion expansion of Masjid al-Haram? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And remember, the next time you complain about how expensive your house is, just be thankful you didn't have to pay $15 billion for a clock tower. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.